Welcome back to the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show on the Wylde Style Network. This is Kev with Wisk. Woo-woo! Back on the show, and we're broadcasting live from the Salisbury Center studios. And joining us on the couch is Shot Thru The Heart.
Yeah,
welcome.
How you doing?
Yeah. Doing great.
This is your first time at the Salisbury Center?
It is.
Yeah, excellent. How are you feeling so far?
Pretty darn good. Had a good sound check. Good drive here. Everything's great. The great facility.
Yeah, excellent.
And where were you guys coming from? The drive.
Well, we came from Richmond, basically. Right around Richmond.
Yeah, we're out of Greenville, South Carolina, though. So,
but we spent the night there because we didn't want to drive like 8 hours.
Sure. So you came direct. There was no show in between.
No.
Right.
Gotcha.
No, we came from our day jobs.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
So talk a bit. Well, let's start by introducing each of you guys and obviously positions within the band, and we can go from there.
Well, I'm Brian. I'm the singer.
I'm Jay Burns, and I play bass.
I'm Orion Irby, and I play drums.
I'm Van Bridges, and I'm the keyboard player.
I'm Chris Clary, and I'm the guitar player.
Awesome.
And my position is prone, mostly.
That's not what I heard.
So let's talk a little bit about the band, how long you guys have been together, and why a Bon Jovi tribute band.
Well, you need to ask Jay that because it was all his idea.
Oh, yeah.
This was the mastermind, we call him the CEO, the CFO, the Grand Poobah, El Capitan.
Oh, yeah.
But this was all his thing. So tell him the story, Jay.
It's my Napoleonic complex. I don't bring much height to the band, but I put the band together. So, yeah. So, no, I was just, we all played in local bands around town, except for Chris plays out of Charleston. So we had to snag him.
He
out
was
of
late to the party.
He was late to the party. But we all played in local bands, and I just, I always wanted to do a tribute band. I always think of it, it's not a cover band playing Bon Jovi songs. It's almost musical theater, because you want to put on as close to the original artist as you can, paying tribute to the music, so that's what it was. But so I did a lot of research when I was trying to figure out which tribute
Nerd
band
alert.
to do, because nerd alert, yeah.
Did we mention he's a lawyer too?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. So because I like all kinds of music. I like The Cure, I like U2, I like Bon Jovi, I like Rat Poison, all of them. Not Rat Poison, but
Yeah.
It's delicious.
yeah,
Just had to go mess it up, didn't you?
yeah, but I looked and I said, what band has a catalog of music where we can stand up there and do 2+ hours of hits? And Bon
And
Jovi
everybody know it.
Yeah, and Bon Jovi just popped straight up to the top of the list. Their music is amazing. It's not easy to play, which is important, I think, for everybody. It's very melodic, and once I dug into it, it was very surprising to me how complicated their music can be. So, but it's all stood the test of time. Our crowds that come out and see us are 4 to 84.
We got a heck of a demographic.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, literally,
crazy. So,
some of our biggest fans are probably in their 70s.
yeah.
And we got kids like Jay said, 4, 5, 6 years old out there dancing around. So it appeals to so many different people.
Yep. Yep.
Is that the same for the rest of you guys, though? Same like in terms of influences, because you said that you've played in other bands too. Same type of
we're
music.
all
same
lifers.
styles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all lifers.
Yeah.
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 Well, we've played different styles. All of us have played different styles through the years. Country and Southern rock. I mean, I used to be a drummer. We've played Southern rock and country a lot when we were younger. Van's done everything from the hair metal to gospel and Christian rock. And Chris, he's just a machine. He does
done
everything.
Yeah.
I just play.
Sure.
Just tell him what to play and he'll play it
I'll
for
play
you.
it
Yeah.
best I can.
And he'll play it well.
He's the pretty one.
And so from the tribute band perspective, so you said you wanted to do right by the music.
Right.
Are you saying it's album quality?
We
What
try to
is
make
the
it
goal?
that way.
Yeah. So
It's always
basically,
the goal.
it is the goal. Yeah. So basically, we really dig into the songs and learn the nuances to the songs, and we try to do them as close to the original recording, from everything from the notes to the tone. So we go the extra mile to do them just like hopefully what you would hear at a Bon Jovi concert, to the best of our abilities.
Right.
And just take it to that next level. So because there are a lot of bar bands and we've all been in bar bands that just Pound Out, Living on a Prayer, and Wanted Dead or Alive, and also because we charge for tickets to see us, we don't want to sound like something you can just go down the street and see for free.
Sure. Right.
So
So when people say, if you close your eyes, it's like the real thing. When we hear that, and we know we're we're on the
That's the ultimate
on the right
compliment.
track. That's pretty cool.
And we do like hearing people say that. And they do. Yeah.
And it's really hard for a Southern guy to sound like a Jersey guy. But I take a lot of pride in trying.
And you mentioned that everyone has day jobs.
Oh, yeah.
So to achieve the goal of trying to be as close to album quality, are you guys rehearsing a lot or?
So much. It was weekly.
It was
for
weekly.
the first
Especially in
couple
the
years.
early formative years when we were having to learn all the stuff initially, once or twice a week at least. And we played together for a good, 6 months or so as a cohesive unit before we ever even tried to get on stage.
Yeah.
So it was a long time coming. And then, of course, as you start to play out more, you're rehearsing as you play and you're learning as you go. And the chemistry builds together as a group.
Yep.
Sure. So because you have the same devotion that we see from a lot of other tribute bands that we have seen or come through here, to your John Bon Jovi, that tribute, but we've seen other acts then come into. Do you have any others that you like, just out of curiosity,
Oh,
like
for
kind of
sure.
thinking of that, like in terms of that devotion to closing your eyes and hearing what you would expect to hear from the original? Like, do you guys have some other tributes that that you specifically like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Trial by Fire, some friends of ours from they're
Charlotte.
Raleigh, Charlotte, North Carolina area does a great Journey tribute. And I don't know, you can't really say you close your eyes and it sounds like them, but we got some really good friends called Shoot to Thrill, who are an all-female AC/DC tribute.
Okay.
And they were actually the first band to ever let us get on stage with them. That was our first show, was opening up for those ladies.
Wow.
And, both those bands have been very helpful as we've, found our way trying to figure out how to do this and do it well, watching those guys, because they've all been doing it a lot longer than we have. So, they've been very, very helpful along the way. But those are two really quality bands that we like.
Sure.
And the U2 band that we were.
Oh, yeah. Bullet the
Blue
Blue
Sky.
Sky. Those guys are excellent, too.
Charlotte.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks.
So in terms of the Bon Jovi catalog, are you guys limited to early Bon Jovi stuff, which had a lot of hits, or is it the full breadth, even some of the newer stuff that they've put out?
It's the full breadth for sure, but definitely old school heavy, I would say. I mean, that's obviously where their hits were, but we have stuff from first album to not too long ago.
Yeah, probably 2008, 2010 was
Yeah,
our last.
2010 or so. We don't do really anything of the newer stuff, but we do everything from stuff from, Runaway off that first record, and things of that nature, up to Have a Nice Day and Crush, and we try to keep it to the hits, but we throw a couple in for the diehards. We got a dear friend, matter of fact, that's here tonight, that's seen Bon Jovi 48 times.
Wow.
48 times, and it's like she wanted to hear a song called Dry County, which is like one of their not bigger hits, but just like real famous
Not a hit at all.
with the diehards. And she's like, I really think you guys would kill this song. So we learned it, all 10 minutes of it.
9 minutes and 52 seconds.
Wow.
It's the
It's
Bon
like-
Jovi Freebird.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the Bon Jovi favorite. Yep.
But yeah, so we try to do a little bit of stuff for everybody, and it's mostly hit heavy, mostly stuff you've heard. But we'll throw a couple in there, a couple B-sides in there for the diehards. We try to anyway.
Deep cuts.
So is there anything like because it sounds like you come from very eclectic backgrounds, then you're taking this, really specific focus, into what you're doing. So it makes me curious. I always like to ask people this, like, what are you listening to now? Are you listening to kind of keeping back to the older stuff, or are you listening to anything newer that's kind of like grabbing your attention that may influence, kind of things how you're doing musically?
I think we all are very versatile. We all listen to a lot of different stuff. Obviously we listen to a lot of classic stuff from our era, but we've all got kids too, and listening to stuff that they listen to, and it keeps us involved in some of the newer music. But I mean, I don't know about these guys, but I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm literally all over the place.
Yeah.
From
It's scary.
it is.
Right?
Well, especially with the internet, because you can listen to. You don't have to buy the record.
Right.
You know, you get the single or you get whatever you're in the mood for. So. Like on my phone, it goes from James Brown and Simon and Garfunkel to Gojira and Pantera.
Right.
You know, exactly. I love it, man. But we all like a wide variety of stuff, and it helps. I think it helps everybody be better players because we are so versatile in what we listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any Bon Jovi tours in y'all's past that like stand out? Like you've seen, like you're talking like back in the day, 48. We've been to a lot of Bon Jovi. We've been to a lot of Bon Jovi shows together.
Oh,
You know,
wow,
so,
that's
yeah, you know,
cool.
so yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Well, then you're gonna have a good time tonight.
hell yeah.
Hopefully.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, I haven't seen, and this is a story I usually tell on stage. I've only actually seen Bon Jovi once.
Wow.
And that goes all the way back to 1985, opening up for my favorite hair band of the day, Rat.
Invasion of your privacy.
Yes, sir.
So we were at that tour. So
Excellent. So,
which is shocking when you tell that to people.
Oh, I know.
Bon Jovi opened for Rat.
Right.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi opened for anybody.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I believe that was the last tour that they opened for anybody
Yes.
because that was right before Slippery came out.
Yep,
And then
yep.
they just blew up.
Yep.
That was our first concert, wasn't it, Jeff?
It could.
Yeah,
So
it was with Amy Pfefferkorn.
Mouth to mouth.
that name.
I was going to say that 3 times fast.
Right.
That was a great concert for
That
sure.
was a hell. Yeah.
It was
Because of Amy Pfefferkorn. Because of.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen them. The last time was when we saw them at Cap Center, and that was the New Jersey tour.
Oh, wow.
Really? That was the last time you saw Bon Jovi?
Last time I saw them.
Wow. Wow.
I know Jay's.
I saw him last April, maybe
Yeah,
last April.
a couple
yeah.
of the guys went, and then I sent my wife this house is not a home tour or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sent her and her friend to go see it because I wasn't even really digging it right that style. You
Sure.
know, it wasn't
Yeah.
really my favorite era
Yeah.
of Bon Jovi. So I was like, "Why'd you guys go and watch the show?" You know.
Yep.
But we've perused all the records, all the albums and stuff like that. But I literally have only seen them one time.
And
But
I
I'm
saw-
glad it was back in the day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw him one
Yeah.
time. It was the Slippery When Wet tour. Cinderella.
Yep. Oh yeah.
In
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yep.
So
I remember that one too.
That was an okay one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
So I heard the recent tour, they're not even, they didn't play Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Yeah. They didn't play hardly any of the hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was
They were
shocking to hear that.
very much more into and I don't know if it's just because he's tired of playing those songs. I mean, he's been playing those songs. He's probably done 3,000 plus shows in his career. I'm sure he's probably tired of playing the same stuff, and he wants to
Right.
play some of the newer stuff. But there's certain things, you got to do for the fans. They're going to want to hear those hits.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
that-
we're here.
That's right.
Well, and that's the thing. If we play our show straight through, it's 23 songs. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, and you'll know every song other than maybe Dry County or
yeah.
Tokyo Road or one of these
Right.
other
Oh,
songs.
no, I know that
I'll
one.
know
Yeah,
Tokyo
everybody
Road.
knows
Tokyo
Yeah,
Road.
yeah. So that you'll know every song. So how in the world does somebody like him who wants to promote his new stuff make everybody happy?
It's impossible.
Yeah,
You couldn't.
he would have
it'd
to
be
play
like
for 5 hours.
a Springsteen concert. It'd be
A
like 4
Springsteen.
hours long.
Yeah.
Well, he's from Jersey too. You know.
I remember one of those newer tours, and I can't remember which specific one. It might have been the one you sent your wife to, but he made the move. You guys might want to consider this, where he put really kind of like 2 extensions of a general admission section on both sides of the stage and only
wow.
invited women up.
Oh,
So they were
wow,
like
yeah.
packs
I'm
of women
listening.
right on both sides of the stage. John Bon Jovi's John Bon Jovi. It looks
Yeah,
like he does. It's a canned like group of ladies that are just going ape shit. Like being on stage right beside him as it's all going down. And
I share that burden.
unfortunately, I don't look like John Bon Jovi. I do my best to sing like him, but I make no confusion about that fact.
yeah.
So how many shows are you guys doing on? Is it just weekends?
Pretty much, I call us weekend rock stars again because we're obviously not on his level where you can really make a good living doing it. So, but we have so much fun doing it. It's a blessing to be able to do it. All of us are, we'll say, middle age.
Yeah,
And
right, yeah.
We've all been playing music since we were kids. and to still be able to get out and do it on a nice stage in a nice venue for crowds that are truly appreciative of it. You know, it's a blessing for us to still be able to do it. And
About 40 shows a year.
yeah, give or take.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty
yeah,
good. That's,
when I called them and I said, hey, I want to put this band together, I said, we might play 7 shows a year.
We thought,
And I said, I don't even know if this is going to take off or whatever. And our first full year, we did 32 shows in 5 states.
wow.
And then the second year, last year, we played almost 42 shows. And this year, I think we already have about 30 shows on the books.
and we're steadily expanding our territory where
yeah.
we're playing. So
Yeah.
we do a lot of stuff in Virginia, a lot of stuff in Tennessee and in the Carolinas.
Georgia, a little bit in Georgia.
Yeah, but we're branching out. We're going to Pennsylvania this year. We're going to Ohio. We're going to Minnesota. So we're trying to spread out as much as we can.
Share the love.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite Bon Jovi tune to play?
That's a good question.
Keyboard player likes Runaway always.
Yeah. Chris is the new guy. So this will be what, your 3rd show with us?
No, this is his 5th
Fourth.
show.
3rd set of shows.
Fifth,
Yeah,
fourth or fifth.
Yeah, okay.
Third
So
weekend.
so he's just come. So what's your favorite one out of all the ones we made you learn in 3 weeks?
I would have to say, actually, "I'll Be There for You" has always been one of my favorites.
great song,
You
yeah.
know? And it's just fun to play, and especially when I play it right.
No. We're still working. We're all still
We're working on that.
What about you, Big O?
My favorite's "Raise Your Hands." I love that song.
Yeah.
So much.
That's
Yeah.
one of my
Fun
favorites.
song
Too.
to
There
play.
are no bad ones, really.
Yeah, they really aren't. Yeah.
Jay Roan.
Psychedelic.
Born to Be My Baby.
Really?
The bass line in that is just smoking. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I love Bed of Roses is my wife's favorite song. So and I love singing that because it's a very hard song to sing. So and I love the message in that song. So that's my favorite. But I like them all. I love them all.
I don't have one on the list that I don't.
I was gonna say that's the whole thing. There's not one.
Not even one.
It's a tough.
Well, that's I think
tough
it's a
to
harder
pick.
question.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you love it all, then like what's going to stand out?
There's a couple
Yeah.
that I dread singing because I know they're hard to sing, but I love them all.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
He sings them all in the right key.
I try.
That's something we're very proud of because we do the whole show in the original key, which is almost I don't know how he does it, but I mean he
Sometimes
does
I
it,
don't.
yeah. I have to reach back there and pinch
That's
his butt.
it. Cross the fingers and hope it comes out.
So after the shows here, what's next couple of weeks?
Well, we go from here. We go to Hopewell, Virginia,
Tomorrow
and play this great place called the Beacon Theater. And then we've actually got a little bit of a hiatus. We got a little time off. Got some folks going on vacation. I'm catching up on my honeydew. And then we start back in March. Is it? No, May.
Say we're in March now.
April. Yeah.
April.
Calendars are hard.
I know. Well, I don't have my lifeline. My cell phone's not on me, so I can't look. When they ask these hard questions, like where are you playing? But it gets a little busier as we get into the summertime and stuff. And we've got an agent up in Rhode Island that books a lot of these type venues, and then we have a lady in North Carolina that books a lot of the outdoor festival stuff in the summertime. So she's probably getting ready to start sending us some stuff for the summer. Try to leave our calendar a little bit open here and there so we can squeeze some of those dates in, along with venues like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're taking a little break and probably learn a few new tunes and add to the set list and then go back out in April and try to kick some more ass.
Sure, yeah. And what is your website so people can know where to find you guys?
It's ShotThruTheHeart.com and through is THRU.
Okay.
.com, and then on Facebook and Instagram it's Shot Thru The Heart Band.
Okay.
So we're on all those social media outlets.
Yeah, excellent.
You can
Excellent.
buy merch.
Yeah.
All the merch you
we
want.
need gas money.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to the show. My son saw you guys recently. The last time you were up here
Really?
at the
Yeah,
club
Paul's
down the
Church?
road,
that place.
and
We
so
didn't mean it. We didn't mean it.
and he said you guys were great. I've caught a couple of the videos on YouTube. You guys sound great on that, so I'm really looking forward to catching it live.
Thank
so
you so much.
thanks for
you.
coming
Yeah.
out.
We appreciate you guys having us.
This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Again. Yeah, absolutely.
Drink Monster.
And we're gonna take it to a break. This is the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show on the Wild Style Network.
Woohoo!